Welcome to the Red Hot Midnight Kiss. I'm Trisha Hoffman.
We all know Hollywood isn't always what it seems. Join us as we walk you through town so we can show you the real-life Hollywood set. 23-year-old Robart Mohammed was taken into custody early this morning. WFMZ's Brandy Mang has been following the story today. She now joins us live in Muhlenberg Township with the latest. Brandy?
Thank you.
A toddler hangs on to dear life tonight after a nasty accident in Allentown.
This is definitely an arson fire.
Do you think this is related to the one that was just a little over a week ago on June 9th?
Yes, our information is pointing that yes, it is related.
Trish, what's in store for the hotel?
Well, a whole lot, Nancy. In fact, I am at the side entrance here right off of Northampton Street at the Hotel Easton. And as you can see, this 9-story building is in desperate need of repair. Some of the windows are peeling, the bricks are cracking. And those are just some of the small things that the new owners will have to tend to as they take over this building. But they promise that they are going to restore the Hotel Easton to its Roaring 20s style.
And this particular project is a perfect opportunity to do exactly what we're talking about, to put our money where our mouth is.
And to restore this building, it will take lots of money. Hotel Easton was built in 1927 for $800,000, and at today's prices, the renovation project could top $16 to $20 million. Ted Keel and Peter Kohler made the announcement today that they're ready for the challenge as they buy the hotel. Ted is the founder of the Earth Pledge Foundation, a preservation group meshing the environment with development.
This is a big undertaking in a small pond. And it's an opportunity to set an example.
One good example is this Northampton National Bank building. They bought it a year ago and restored it for $650,000. The team won't say just how much they paid for the hotel, but they say once it's finished, watch out, get ready for high style.
We want to have conferencing centers. We feel Easton is in dire need of conferencing centers, meeting rooms, banqueting facilities. There's no place in Easton to hold a reception or a meeting of 100 people. No place exists. So I think this will be of great use to the city.
And what's good for the city is good for other business. Cliff Schisler agrees. He's opening a high-end tile store just down the street from Hotel Easton because he says this city is the place to be.
Basically, I chose Easton because of the redevelopment that they have down here in downtown. I heard it's supposed to be a really thriving community within the next couple of years, so I figured this would be the place to do it.
So it appears that for big business or small business, Easton is doing it for business owners. Now, as far as the Easton Hotel, owners will start their project first with cleanup, then they will go through a business plan, and then their design plans, and they hope this project will be finished in 3 years. Trisha Hoffman, live in Easton. Back to you, Nancy.
All right, thanks a lot, Trish.
Patricia Hoffman is live. And Trish, how are things going out there?
Well, Rob, I got to tell you, this assignment is fitting me to a T. In fact, it's fitting thousands to a T as this course turns into a city within a city, offering a lot more than just golf.
Yep, there you go.
More than 150,000 folks are expected this week at the Senior Open, making the Saucon Valley Country Club the third largest metropolitan area in the Lehigh Valley.
If we were to ask your viewers to name the 3 largest cities in the greater Lehigh Valley, Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton, wrong. We have displaced, at least for 1 week, Easton. If you were to create a city of 30,000 people, what would it take? Road network, telephone, sewage, water, electricity, all those things, they're all here.
This is the regular hats. We have 27,000 hats here, and of course we have a limited edition hat that everybody the first couple of days are picking up real quick. You can tell that women did the buy-in because we concentrated a lot on children's clothes. There's a lot of grandmothers and grandfathers out here that are picking through the baby clothes and the infant clothes, and of course 3 great women's lines and the best men's lines that are out there in the golf industry.
Like them? This is the Champions Pavilion, and as you can see, it is truly fit for a champion. It's got a price tag of $18,000 just for a membership for the week, and it's a place where the members can come in, watch a little bit of television, eat, and of course drink to their heart's content.
Doesn't look like a tent. Ice cold. People were nice. Food's good. Great tournament. What else can you ask for? Good friends.
Good Friends is right. So if golf, dining, and shopping is your game, then the U.S. Senior Open is the place for you. Live at the Saucon Valley Country Club, Trisha Hoffman, 69 News. Rob?
You are going to come back in tonight, though, right?
Oh, yeah, I'll get there eventually.
Yeah, okay. Take your time.
Okay.
Thanks, Trish.
Philadelphia police are caught on tape beating a suspected car thief, and although a federal investigation is underway, the incident's now coming under public scrutiny. WFMZ's Liz Kepner joins us live in the newsroom with more. Liz?
Yes, Trish. Live in the newsroom, I'm Liz Kepner, 69 News. Trish?
Liz, have any charges been filed against Jones or even the police yet?
No, actually, Trish.
Okay, thanks a lot. Liz Kepner live in our newsroom tonight. Meanwhile, as President Clinton met with members of the NAACP at their national conference in Baltimore, U.S. Secretary of State Madeleine Albright took over negotiations at the Middle East Peace Summit at Camp David. The White House is not releasing any details, but we are told last night was the first face-to-face meeting between Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak and Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat. Today, both anti-Barak demonstrators and supporters gathered near Camp David. A new trade agreement with Vietnam has been signed, and President Clinton is calling it a major breakthrough in the reconciliation process. It gives Vietnam access to American markets on the same terms other nations enjoy. In return, American businesses will benefit from lower tariffs and trade barriers on manufactured goods and farm products.
With this agreement,
today's trade agreement comes 25 years after the end of the Vietnam War. Now Congress must approve the deal. A warning tonight from an energy expert about high gas prices this summer. John Cook with the Energy Administration says high crude oil prices and low gasoline inventories are the reason. The gasoline supply is close to normal levels in the Midwest now, but on the East Coast, it's 8% below a 5-year average. The average price across the country, $1.59 a gallon. That is 43 cents higher than a year ago. A new health insurance program will help 125,000 adults in New Jersey. Governor Whitman signed into law a $70 million measure called Family Care. It's aimed at poor families and single adults who have low-wage jobs or those who don't qualify for Medicaid. Whitman says it's unfair that parents must skip proper health care for themselves so they can meet family expenses. A similar program for children called Kid Care kicked off 2 years ago. Also tonight, Episcopal bishops have decided against developing wedding rituals for same-sex couples. Instead, they've passed a resolution calling on the church to support and minister unwed couples who are in committed relationships and uphold church values. Well, while the resolution does not mention homosexuals, it's widely seen as a response to the push to bless same-sex unions. One bishop says it's the first time the Episcopal Church has publicly acknowledged that homosexual couples exist. An update now on a story we first told you about last night on 69 News at 10. A 29-year-old man is in stable condition tonight after a fuel tank explosion in Schuylkill County, Chester County. Police say Galloway Green of Lower Pottsgrove was using a power saw to cut apart a fuel tank at the former Valley Forge Army Hospital when it exploded. Sparks from the saw apparently set it off. Now, workers say they thought the tank was empty, but there actually had been a small amount of fuel inside. Galloway was flown to Crozier-Chester Medical Center, where he is recovering from second-degree burns to his face and to his arms. Now, in other news, it's another step forward for development in the city of Bethlehem. Today, Bethlehem Steel announced it's selling 30 acres of land to Connective Energy Supply.
We are creating jobs.
It's all part of the Bethlehem Commerce Center project, and just next door is Bethlehem Works, which will feature the National Museum of Industrial History, as well as retail stores and restaurants. Ed Hannah's out on the boardwalk with our first look at your AccuWeather forecast. Ed, a little sticky still tonight?
You know what, Trish? It's cooled off a little bit.